An ending can make or break a series, and when it comes to Apple TV Plus's latest psychological thriller, that much is especially true. But which side of the fence you'll sit on really depends on how you feel about what Apple have cooked up here. Disclaimer is based on the book sporting the same name, and if you don't want spoilers, I'd recommend steering clear of Goodreads or any other book review site until you finish watching this through to its conclusion. Suffice to say though, the reaction is very mixed over there, and I have no doubt that the show will steer the same way when the finale rolls around. As any good book adaptation goes, Apple's structure largely follows out of the book, and it can be confusing at times, with its disparate timelines, flashbacks and multiple layered characters across its 7-episode run. The story itself follows Catherine Ravenscroft, a well-respected documentary journalist who finds her life turned upside down when she crosses paths with a grieving husband called Stephen Brigstock. Mourning the loss of his wife, Stephen is dead set on revealing the truth about Catherine's past to the world, and in doing so intends to destroy her life forever. This truth is slowly unveiled through flashbacks, which include an infamous holiday in Italy where Catherine and her son Nicholas are alone, while Catherine's husband Robert is out working. On the beach, they bump into a guy called Jonathan, and the tale unravels from there. The first 4 episodes in particular flesh out what appears to be the entire story and make you empathise and understand why Stephen is the way that he is. In the present, Catherine's life spirals, while Robert and Nicholas are caught in the crossfire and scramble to catch up. There's an unusual stylistic tone used here, as each episode jumps between different characters in what are basically point of view chapters. In the book, we get a first person perspective from Stephen and third person from Catherine, but the series tidies that up by having third person narration for pretty much everyone. And each time the scene shifts, we get little bits of narration to show that character's inner psyche and feelings. This in itself is actually quite a polarizing choice, and there are some who will start to get annoyed at the way this basically tells us what our characters are feeling rather than showing us on screen. However, it is undeniably effective toward the back end of the show, especially during long, slow, quiet moments of introspection. When the dialogue does pick up though, the cast do an excellent job bringing their respective characters to life. Cate Blanchett is effortless in her role as exasperated Catherine, while Sacha Baron Cohen, who's obviously best known for his comedic efforts, shows his acting chops like he did in Netflix's show The Spy, bringing Catherine's husband to life effortlessly. Kevin Kline's layered performance as Stephen though is the real tour de force here, and what's particularly remarkable is how his demeanour changes ever so slightly as the series progresses. What begins as a quirky, dark humoured thriller, complete with imitating grenade throws over the shoulder and wearing his wife's pink cardigan, soon twists into something far more serious. The back end of the runtime is where Disclaimer starts to show its hand, and unlike the book with its last minute twist, there is at least some desire here to flesh out what's coming with light sprinkles of foreshadowing. This does work to soften the blow, but much like the book, the ending is a little contrived and rushed. For comparison's sake, the shock factor feels akin to the twist in Frida McFadden's thriller The Teacher, which came out earlier on this year. It's one of those that the longer you think about it, the more you start to pick holes in the logic. Disclaimer is likely to follow suit here. Alfonso Cuarón is definitely the right man to bring this book to life though, and his signature directorial style is stamped all over this. The transitions between flashbacks and present day drama have a compelling circular fade to black, with the colours, or lack thereof, telling their own story. Seeing Stephen and his wife Nancy start a scene bathed in colour in their garden, only to then receive bad news and all the colour slowly drain out their subsequent scenes, are the little geeky details that help elevate this thriller above its polarising conclusion. I mean, Apple TV generally have a mix of really good and really bad shows. There aren't many that hit the middle of the road mark, and Disclaimer is certainly not the latter, and for most of its run, it actually falls into the realm of being highly enjoyable and utterly compelling. The ending definitely lets it down though, and holds this back from being a bona fide smash hit. I'd recommend giving this a watch, but do wait for all the episodes to drop before you start, as once you do, you're going to struggle to put this one down, and that ending really will be on make or break for how you feel about this one. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.